In this video, we will see some advanced data types like those for arrays and objects. We will see things like union types, intersection types, the any type, unknown type, and after which we will start studying the object-oriented programming in this video only. So let's start with the arrays. So I define an array const arr if it is an array of strings, string like this, name, email, and etc. If it is an array of number like this, 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. But what if we do something like const arr 3 1 name? As you can see, a string or number can be there, but boolean cannot. So what is this here? This is the union type denoted by this symbol. Union type means it allows the variable to have several data types. I mean one of the several data types. It can be either a number or a string. Here it can only be a string, an array of strings. Here it can only be an array of numbers, but by adding this union type number or string, you can define an array which can have both the data types, that is number and strings. So that is how you use the arrays in Typescript, and this is how the union type works. Now let's move on to the object. So if I define an object const obj equals to name Lucky and let's say style right-handed batsman, all right, like this. So here you did not define anything. If you console log obj dot name and style is there, but what if bowling style, is it there? No, it is throwing an error. Now what I do is I define a type my obj equals name will be string and style will be string as well. So here I will have this my obj. What if I also define like bowling style? So here it says that we also need to add missing properties like this. How about making it optional? We can make it optional as well like this. Now bowling style dot length like this. But since this is optional, we can add the optional chaining like that. If you run this code, as you can see, undefined. So yeah, it is completely undefined, so it is not going anywhere. If you add this bowling style right-handed or right arm medium fast, now you got it. That is how you work with the objects. But this is not the only way. There is another way. This is how we define the types. Now I will define the interface. Interface my player, let's say. Here you do not have the equal to sign, so name string and let's say type string bowling let's say boolean, if that player bowls or not, and const lucky equals to my player, adding all the properties like this. This is how you can do with interface as well. But what is the difference between types and interfaces? Interfaces can be extended. So interface my second player extends my player, then batting boolean like this. So you can have my second player and add this property, but types cannot be extended. Okay, this is the difference. Also with type, let's say type my player can be string or a number like this, but interfaces cannot be like that. Okay, interface my player equals string or number. This is throwing the error. See, it is used as a value here. So now you understood the types and interfaces. We also have an intersection type. Let's say type my obj1 equals to name, let's say string, alright, and type my obj2, and here I will be removing this name but adding email. Now what I will do is type result obj equals to my obj1 and my obj2. So if I add an object, const my obj result obj, I will add all the missing properties. Sorry, here we do not have license anyway. Name and email like this. That is how the intersection types work in Typescript. Now we shall see how to work with the any and unknown type. Alright, so const my player anything, string, number, boolean, array, whatever. I mean literally whatever. What if unknown? Here as well, whatever. But the difference between any and unknown is that any bypasses the type checking, whereas unknown does not bypass it. Instead, you will need to add a check. Alright. So I will be adding the any type here, const my player 2 unknown equals to undefined as well. So in order to work with unknown type, you will have to do something like type of my player 2 equals string, then true or false like this. With any you don't have to do it. With any you will simply write anything and the Typescript will not throw any kind of errors. Alright, so these are the any and unknown types. Now I will show you how to work with the classes. Alright, I will be creating another file, hopes.ts, and how to work with the classes. Let's create a simple class cricketer. Let's say name string, type string, bat hand string, ball hand string, or rather bold type. Alright. Now you can have your methods. These were the properties. Now you can have your methods. Before methods, I want to show you the constructor. Constructor, name string, type string, backhand, bold type, and this dot name equals to name, this dot type equals to type, this dot backhand, this dot bold type, like this. And you can have your methods. Let's say get name, return this dot name, like this. So this is the most basic example of a class. But what if we want to have a structure for a class? Let's say we have an interface cricketer. Now this will have it. Cricketer will have a name string, cricketer will have a type, bat hand string, and let's say is wicket keeper boolean, and average number, rather batting average. If this implements cricketer and cricketer impl, I will remove all of this. Now what you will do is you will implement this. See this here. Now you can do whatever, private name, like this. If you do and you see incorrectly implements, property name is private in type but not in type cricketer. So if you want to make it private, I will do it like this. And what I will do, get name this dot. Now you see that error has gone, right? But if I really want to use my private properties, private, let's say is fielding, this is how I can use. Okay, so this is not in the interface, but you can still use it. You can have public modifier as well, like this, which does not have any kind of issue. What if you had a protected modifier? Again, you started seeing the same error. Is protected in type this, and let me tell you what protected actually is. Protected means that this will only work in its children, okay, in within this class and in its children, those which extend this class, but not anywhere outside. So for protected as well, you will need to do the same thing as we did with this private. Otherwise you can have any other protected field. Protected will play, or let's say is VC, means vice captain boolean, like this. Alright guys, that is how you do. Now these are the access modifiers basically, okay, public, private and protected. Apart from that, you can also have abstract modifier. So abstract class means that this class will now behave like a parent class for all of its concrete implementations. So whichever class will extend this will also have to implement its abstract methods as well. Abstract, let's say print captain name and console.log printing. But what happened here? Cannot have an implementation because it is marked as abstract. So again we are seeing this. Why we are seeing this? Let me explain to you. we have already defined its operation here. Okay, you don't need to do any operation for our abstract methods. And when the child class will extend this, let's say class child cricketer extends cricketer impl, then like this. That is how the abstraction works. Alright. So this is about the classes, guys. We know about the access modifiers, we know about the fields and the methods, how they work. Now we will be moving on to the main topic, which is the introduction to the jest. Alright guys, so see you in the next module.